About Starbucks. So, why are you partnering with Starbucks for the Holiday at Home Portrait Series?
So I think, first of all, this has been such a crazy year for everybody. I mean, 2020 is a year that we will, I think, never forget, no matter where you were or what you were doing. And I think what's been actually sort of beautiful in the silver lining in 2020 is that we all have a renewed appreciation for the little moments of joy and the little moments at home that in 2019 and hopefully in 2021, we may not have the focus or the ability to spend as much time as we have with our families or notice these little things that we've missed along the way. And so I've teamed up with Starbucks to sort of highlight these little moments that bring the biggest amount of joy. And one of those is the Starbucks Holiday at Home Holiday Portrait Series. So they came to me and they said, everybody's doing everything at home right now. They're having their morning ritual with coffee at home. They're not going out. They want to take their holiday photo at home. They're decorating by ordering things online. What tips do you have that can help people take a really cute photo? And I really sat down and thought about it. And I shared those tips with them and then got to work with 4 other families, including obviously my own, to capture a great holiday portrait that sort of encapsulates these small moments of joy in a year that has been so insane.
Amazing. And talking about this insane year, what kind of things do you recommend that people can do to feel joy this holiday? Because a lot of people aren't going to be able to spend it with their families.
Yeah, I know. It's an interesting year. I mean, I think, first of all, whatever rituals and ceremonies you have in the morning at home, I think those have become even more important. Like, if you've never woken up in at dusk and lit a candle, and had or incense or enjoyed that or put your lamps on a dimmer so that you're not boom like awake the second you open your eyes. All those little ceremonies and little moments, I think, really matter more now than ever. I think the time that we have, of course, where everyone is still multitasking. I'm Zooming with you right now. I've got, a million things going on. I'm on the road in production. But the truth is that these when I'm home, I'm really paying attention not only to the interiors and maintaining the home, but also making the space to really see what my kids and our dog is up to. Taking a walk to the mailbox takes on a totally different meaning, and it's these little moments that I think hopefully we'll all remember as the world moves hopefully towards a different reality.
So with these portraits, you're not just capturing the big moments, but you also want to capture the little moments, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think we want to document the intimacy. I think we want to document the spontaneity. One of the tips that I have is, don't keep clicking after everyone's done posing and they think their hair looks great and they think the photo's done. It's these little moments in between as well that also really matter and highlight your personality and your children's personalities. So that's important. Embrace your space in a different way. Everybody should be looking at their homes with fresh eyes. Do you really need those 2 prints on the wall that have been hanging there for the last 15 years? They should come down if you're taking a holiday portrait because they'll be distracting. You want the people to be center stage and you can't see the nail in the wall in a photograph. But do you want them there anyway? I mean, do they matter to you? Do they serve you? Do they bring you joy? Does it make you happy? I'm asking that about everything in our home, and it kicks some stuff to the curb. Got to be honest. I'm like, that's not cute. Why did I buy that?
Have you also bought a lot of stuff too that makes you feel good at this time? Because I feel like a lot of people are shopping.
Oh, I mean, my online shopping at this point, literally, whether it's coffee or whether it's vintage frames from who knows where, it is at an all-time. I mean, it's dark.
How much, all right, for me at least, coffee is a major part of my day. So how does that factor into your day? Like, can you not talk to anybody before you have it in the morning?
No, in fact, it's really fascinating to me. the one thing that my husband does that's entirely selfless. Like, he's a very great guy. Jeremiah is amazing. But every morning I get a cup of hot coffee on my nightstand every morning because he wakes up earlier than me. And in 7 years of marriage, it's only not been on my nightstand twice. And I knew that I like probably shouldn't come out of the bedroom because we were like, it wasn't going to go well. Like, he's only been that mad that I didn't get it 2 times.
Oh, that's awesome. At least you know, right? Because that can definitely avoid problems.
No, exactly. Well, and now with this, with working with Starbucks as well, I'm now the holiday blend coffee is like, I like a sweeter coffee, and it's like, so now I get to switch that up, and I'm a little scared to like be like, hey, could you use the holiday blend instead of the average, instead of what we normally drink? But I think it'll work.
And how about, is it essential? I mean, it's essential for you daily, it seems like, but through getting through the holidays, even more so, like
Oh, totally.
7 cups a day
Well,
kind of situation.
I mean, I tend to drink coffee once in the morning. Maybe I'll go for a second cup if I'm really exhausted or we're filming and I know I've got a huge day. Jeremiah drinks it all day long.
Good on him. Keeps you
Right?
going. So you mentioned filming. How is that looking right now in this climate?
It's different. Jared and I agreed to be on compete on HGTV's Rock the Block for season 2. It's a much bigger endeavor than we expected. It's a huge show. We're competing against 3 teams. We're in tight quarantine, being tested basically every day. Everyone is in a mask unless we're filming a scene, and then it's changed. It's changed a lot, but we're also able to be on the road with our kids, which our daughter's Zooming school, so we can really be anywhere, which is amazing. And we're kind of trying to take advantage of that opportunity that we don't have to split up to go do separate projects in separate places right now.
That's great. How is school going for your daughter with the Zoom situation?
She's doing okay. She actually has, I've seen her be a little bit more engaged in class. She's a little bit less reticent to raise her hand on Zoom, which is interesting. So we'll see. We're really looking forward to her being able to be back in the classroom with her friends, though.
Yeah, I bet. I feel like a lot of kids and parents feel the same way. I have 2 more questions for you. The first one is, what would be your top 5 holiday decorating tips if you had absolutely any kind of budget you wanted? So for the super affluent.
Top 5 decorating tips for the super affluent. Let me think about that. I love like vintage or antique sterling silver. And you can find that online really easily, whether it's at an auction. I use the website Live Auctioneers all the time. Etsy, Cherish, First Dibs, they're all great sources for that. I love a table like with beautiful silver bowls and candles mixed. I even use metallic ornaments, like sort of sometimes loose, just in bowls. So if you want to start a collection of something that's going to retain value, but also like really shine at the holidays, I would say start collecting really pretty silver. That's probably my biggest in terms, if like there was no budget whatsoever. There fine tableware and porcelain and crystal and flatware knows no upper limits. I mean, you can have it hand painted with your monogram in Germany. You can have glasses hand blown in Venice. You can have sterling flatware signed from Denmark, from George Jensen. I mean, there's so many. There's so much beauty in that one area. I like to buy things, though, as a universal tip, no matter how much money you're willing to spend. I like to buy things second on the secondary market. So you won't catch me going into a new gallery. I would never walk into Tiffany and buy a set of 12 dinner plates. I would find them online first.
Amazing. And then my last question is, what to you is the greatest luxury in life and why?
Time. I really do believe that. I've had my design firm for 25 years. I've done so many things, but the things that I look back on, it's not being in the White House garden with the former First Lady Michelle Obama. It's not the parties I've been to with Oprah. It's these little beautiful moments at home, and that's one of the reasons why this partnership with Starbucks felt so right to me, because I buy it. I'm tracking those little moments, especially with kids and pets.